I want to talk about Canada quickly. A couple questions. One question, I remember working in a record store, and all the Maiden catalog came out with these crazy Canadian covers. So Eddie is like a Mountie and stuff, and then they got pulled. Do you remember this? Do you remember this story? What happened there? I've always wanted to know. I just remember they came out, people freaked, and then they were gone. And now they're like, if you have one of those, it's pretty rare.
Wow. No. I know nothing. I mean, I really don't know anything about that at all.
There's somebody behind the camera with a gun right now.
Yeah, no. Somebody's bound to know something about it. Ask somebody somewhere. Ask Rod. He's our manager. He knows everything.
Okay, cool.
We know nothing.
Next on the Canadian tip, obviously Flight 666 and Scott and Sam. Excellent movie. The sound was incredible. Why'd you choose those guys? I mean, I know you had worked with them obviously on the other two projects, but
they were just neat guys and they were fans, and they talked us into it. I mean, they talked us into it. They talked a good game, and we went, oh, okay, And we were pretty skeptical at first because we were like, I really don't fancy this idea of, is this reality TV? Because if it's reality TV, no, it's not reality. It's a documentary, but we will be in your face all the time. And actually, by the time we'd got completely shit-faced with them enough times, we realised they were filming at the same time. So we thought, oh, well, we're screwed now. We've said all the bad things. So if they want to hang us, they can, but they were really cool guys.
Also on the Canadian topic, I noticed you guys are stopping off at the Quebec Summer City Festival. Was that? Why did you guys decide to go to Quebec? I just thought that was interesting. It's a huge festival. It's a big part of the city there.
Why we go to Quebec? We always go to Quebec. Yeah. Quebec's massive for Maiden, absolutely massive,
and metal, period.
Yeah. Quebec. I mean, Montreal, the whole province of Quebec, but Quebec City in particular has been the scene of some of the craziest Maiden shows that I've ever performed at. So we got this offer to go to the City Festival, and we said, well, how many people are going to be there? They said, well, we don't know, but maybe, I don't know, about like 80,000. We were like, okay, we'll do that. We'll see what it's like. 80,000, that few, huh? I mean, because normally we do, indoors at the Colisée or something else like that. I guess that's like 10, 12,000. We do 2 nights or something, So to go from 24 to like 80 is pretty huge.
Talk about the globalization of metal. Are you aware of how much of an impact Maiden had spreading metal to other parts of the world?
Well, it does appear that's the case, but I really, as I say, I mean, I really have, little or no awareness of it, because if otherwise I'd never get my head out the door, and I get up in the morning and I. Worried. The first thing I think is everything hurts. So I mean, from the night before. And really, I don't ever think about the globalization of metal. I just think about what time does my pickup come down to get me down the show?
Where am I?
And have I had my tuna fish sandwich yet? And do I have any bananas left? That's the biggest. That's my world.
Nice, sweet world.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. Also, I guess on the new record, the Talisman. I want to talk about that song.
Oh yeah. It's a great song.
I don't know what about that song, but I just felt like it was one of those songs where culturally a lot of people could probably identify it to it. I mean, it's about jumping in a ship and going somewhere else because your country is crazy, I guess.
Well, it's the story of what used to happen way back when people were basically press ganged, so dragged off the streets, and they'd find themselves on a ship. Yeah. And it used to happen all the time. They get paid, but most of them wouldn't come back, which is a bit unfortunate, really.
Why the social, political stuff? I mean, it's always been there. I mean,
it's just great. It's great stories. I mean, they're just great. They're great stories about things that used to happen, and it's so much of Maiden is just about telling stories. And there's no, I'd love to say, oh yes, the Talisman, great social significance to this, but it's bullshit. It's a great story. It's like watching, an old Errol Flynn swashbuckling movie and going, there's a terribly socially significant Errol Flynn movie. It's like, no, it's not. It's just Errol Flynn doing a bunch of sword fighting in tights, with a, I mean, and so So the Talisman is that it's storytelling, but it rocks. Oh, it rocks.
It totally rocks.
Yeah.
It sounds like you're on the sea.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh, it's brilliant. It's fantastic, and I love singing that song.
Last question: the Air-Raid Siren. Is that true? Have you heard that story about your voice?
Oh yeah, it's complete fabrication.
For people that don't know.
Yeah. Dubbed the Air-Raid Siren by Iron Maiden fans. Complete bullshit. It was all invented by Rod, our manager, when there was a letter sent after I'd done my first ever gig with Iron Maiden after Paul, the old singer, left in '81. Anyway, we did this show at a theatre called the Rainbow. We previewed a lot of stuff off Number of the Beast, and one disgruntled fan wrote in and went, and as for the new singer, he said, it sounds like all my favourite songs being sung through an air raid siren. And Rod went, I like that phrase, excellent. He said, and so put out a press release saying, such a fantastic voice. All the fans have dubbed him the human air raid siren. You know, so it's all complete spin and BS. You know,
because the myth
Rod should be working for a bar machine. You know?
It should. The myth I heard was that when you were in Samson, you were in a bar and you played and you broke all the glass. All
Really?
the glass is shattered.
That's great. That's great. What a great story.
I know. Put that in the press
it's,
release.
It's completely true.
Yeah.
There's no lightning out there, is there?
Bruce, last question. I have to ask this as well. The set list tonight. There's a couple songs I know that you're not going to play. Why?
Which
Older
songs?
songs,
Which
older
songs
songs.
are we not going to play?
Well,
I know
let's
you've got me
say
on
the,
this one.
the Trooper.
Oh no, we're not going to play the Trooper. No, we're not going to play the Trooper. We're not going to play Run to the Hills and stuff like that. We played those songs to death. I mean, and people have heard them. We've got to make space for some other stuff, you know.
The new stuff.
Well, no, we're only
those young guys going.
we're only playing El Dorado tonight of the new stuff because people haven't heard anything else. But I mean, you know, there's a load of material from the last 3 records that lots of people have bought and have not heard us play.
Yeah.
You know,
Because
so
they keep coming back, right?
yeah. Well, we just keep getting more new fans, so we must be doing something right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Cool, Bruce. Thanks for your time.
Cheers, mate.